take place. Technical reason why there are no bikes is probably not an issue anymore. I would hope to see the addition of a few bikes to Liberty City. Because the trilogy is a remaster and not a remake, I'm not getting my hopes up here, but let's talk about Claude's voice. Rockstar has mentioned in the past that at no point did we plan for Claude to have a voice or even design how a speaking protagonist would be implemented until Vice City. Because of Claude's inability to speak, he never officially had a name until his cameo in GTA San Andreas. Fun fact. So for 3 years, Claude was simply known as the
silent guy.
Silent protagonist. What is interesting, however, is that Rockstar clearly stated that they had no plans for Claude to have a voice. But in an asset disc that Rockstar personally handed out to vendors at E3 2001, and that I was fortunate enough back in 2019 to get a copy of, the GTA 3 trailer included in this disc from Rockstar features Claude with a voice reused from Grand Theft Auto 2. I've done a dedicated video on this, but it's still interesting, and even though it is a reused soundbite, Rockstar did say on their website that this was fake and the voices were added at a later date. However, the voices on this trailer, again, were on the official disc from Rockstar. So, while this is a reach here, and Claude probably won't have a voice, it would be cool to see some small lines of dialogue added, or like at the end of the game, have him say like a small phrase, and that's it. That would be insane and game-breaking right there. Again, because we're dealing with a remaster here, I'm not getting my hopes up, but many of y'all actually reached out to me personally regarding this idea, and firstly, I want to thank every one of you, but also, it was too great not to mention. It's a great idea. In the trilogy, there are a plethora of beta weapons, vehicles, missions, and so much more that were omitted from the final versions of the game. And while we're most definitely not getting any coffee this go around in San Andreas, it would be nice to see the addition of beta weapons, like the spiked bat, or even the skateboard, which could be used as a weapon, but again, these were beta weapons and vehicles and features, not in the final version of the game. But it would just be a nice feature to have. It would be something new, and it would just make the game that much more fun. The music of Grand Theft Auto is a vital part of the series' success. Without the radio stations and iconic music, there would be no way to capture the culture and the period of time that each respective game takes place in. I mean, imagine playing Vice City, but when you gain access to Tommy Vercetti in the first mission and the first time you set foot on the ground in Vice City, you get in the car outside Ken Rosenberg's office and there's no Billie Jean on the radio. I can't fathom that, and I don't think that's the nostalgia factor speaking. Imagine GTA San Andreas without It Was a Good Day by Ice Cube as you bump through Grove Street, or being way out in the desert listening to Horse with No Name. Imagine those songs being non-existent and it just being radio silent. It just wouldn't be Grand Theft Auto without these legendary tracks. Okay, one more, and this is the nostalgia speaking out, but cruising through a rainy ocean drive with Come On Feel the Noise by Quiet Riot playing as you're in a vibrantly colored Infernus. I mention all this because the licensing for a lot of these tracks expired years ago now, and while I'm not too familiar with the legality of music licensing, I do know that it's very difficult and it's a very expensive process to renew the rights for music. Obviously, Rockstar and Take-Two have the funds, but again, will we see these tracks? I hope so. I hope to see some new ones as well. Rockstar likes to slip in minor but major details into their games, and a lot of times you have to be familiar with the whole GTA series plot to understand. So in the intro to Vice City in 1986, we see a man exit the helicopter and proceed to make a deal with Tommy, and he gets gunned down. That man, believe it or not, is none other than Victor Vance.
Vic Vance reporting for duty, sir!
It's the protagonist of Vice City Stories, which takes place 2 years before Vice City in 1984. Albeit these two games take place 2 years apart, they were released 4 years apart in real life, and in that time frame, Rockstar completely remodeled Vic's character, and he has a different voice actor. Not too many fans of the series know this detail, and to confirm it, Rockstar answered on their website in 2009 stating, "Yep, that's Vic. After having been dragged back into the Vice City criminal underworld by his brother Lance following the events of Vice City Stories, Vic Vance dies in the ambush that occurs in the opening scene to Vice City." So, my thing here is, will we see the Vic Vance that we know from Vice City Stories remodeled in the intro cutscene to Vice City? That's a minor detail that, again, Rockstar slipped into Vice City, or created that narrative, but again, will they add to that in this remaster by updating that specific model? I'm not afraid to say that newer games have spoiled me to features that back in the day we didn't even think about. That's why I was so happy when Rockstar confirmed that in the Trilogy remaster, mini-maps and navigation waypoints have been added. I remember being so excited when Rockstar introduced this feature in Grand Theft Auto 4. It was a lifesaver for a lot of different missions and just navigating around the map. So one feature that the Trilogy lacked was the ability to flip your car back over. In the newer games, it's simple. But due to the disastrous vehicle controls in these other games, it's very, very easy to flip your ride. And when you flip it, there's no ability to back it up and reverse it, Terry. Instead, your vehicle promptly catches fire and then it explodes. And this can be rather frustrating on those timed missions or even the annoying missions where you have to tail a car, but you can't get too close or you gotta start all the way over. And lastly, according to this random image I saw on Twitter, and I know what you're thinking, just give me a minute to explain. Certain NPC dialogue has been removed from GTA San Andreas. A mission has been omitted from Vice City, and changes to a certain logo on a character's shirt have been made in Vice City as well. These changes were all made because of events and things that are now outdated and deemed offensive. And this is pretty compelling, being that it's Grand Theft Auto we're talking about here. But that aside, I can't confirm any of these claims except for one, and that is Phil Cassidy's shirt being redesigned. If you don't know who Phil Cassidy is, he's been in multiple Grand Theft Auto games, and I even have a dedicated video about this character and his backstory. He's the guy who got his right arm blown off in Vice City, but in every other game, it's his left arm that was blown off, or vice versa. And in Vice City, he represents a gruff, manly, alcoholic maniac who claims to be a war vet, but in reality, he's a poser. On his shirt, he wears a specific flag that in recent times has become a symbol of controversy, and I first saw this from Red Bandit here on YouTube. Glad to see him back, Bandit. And it was interesting to see this minor change that again aligned with this random image that I saw on Twitter. And based on these claims from that original tweet about these changes, it makes me curious to see if the NPC dialogue and removed mission from Vice City are going to be true as well. And also other kind of changes we're going to see that we may pick up on, that we may not, because they are so minor. But again, some of these minor changes are kind of major in ways. While that was a long and deep...
In this video, I was actually next level outside by myself in the pouring rain. Originally, I was going to dress as Georgie because of all the rain, so I was going to have my Pennywise dress on with my raincoat, but I just thought, sure. I didn't write this. They made me write it. Whatever happens, do not look away from these words. Okay, I won't look at the camera then. Keep reading until I tell you otherwise. And when I tell you otherwise, do exactly as I say. Because if you do not read the story exactly as I tell you to, you will die. So listen carefully. First, you must skip the paragraph that follows this one. Whatever you do, you must never read the paragraph following this one. You must ignore it completely, casting your eyes down to the paragraph that follows it.
Let's head home, I guess. Head to bed. Wake up in the morning. Head to school, yo. Let's go get my car, head home, and yeah. Unlock my car.
Yo, what's up?
Head back to the crib, yo. Rocket. Five in the morning. Let's head to school. Let's unlock my car. and head to school, yo. May as well. Today's my second day of high school in the Tondo school for bad kids like me. Let's head to school. Rocket. Shit.
Software is stronger than anything you can buy over the counter because their
Fuck
service
off.
uses prescription-grade ingredients and customized.
If you skip the paragraph above, you've done well, but your troubles are not over. By placing your trust in me the second time I asked, you have given yourself a chance to live. This is what you need to know. They're watching you. They're listening to your thoughts. They're waiting for you to make a mistake. When you do, they'll come for you. To stay alive, you must draw blood. Today, tomorrow, and every day, you must draw blood from someone you love. A drop, that's all, and place it on your tongue. That's what they want. That's what they need. They're inside you right now, and they're waiting. If between waking up and falling asleep you fail to draw the blood of a loved one, you will never wake up again. Follow this advice and never, never go back and read the previous paragraph. Trust me. If you followed my advice in the first paragraph, well done. You can stop reading now. But never, never be tempted to come back and read the paragraphs you skipped. You must trust me, and please wish me luck. I'm tired, so tired. You just can't imagine. What in the fuck was that? Who's watching me? I'm not drawing no damn blood. I'm stupid. I guess it's just because I'm moving around. I don't even know what I just read. I wasn't supposed to read it, so whatever. Okay, this next one, I feel like I've read this before. I think I did. Okamuro? I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. But this is a scary Japanese urban legend about a ghost that appears outside your door 1 week after you hear about him. I think I made a video about him. Warning, this is a cursed story. If you don't want to be visited by...
If that fucking ghost do show up, I'll fucking punch him in the fucking face. I like to see he'd try and kill me, dog. If I had a gun, I would fucking shoot him, cunt. But I never shot someone before.
Okamuro, or I don't know how to say his name. Do not read this story. Okay. Let me just make sure I'm saying his name right. So this is a cursed story. If you don't want to be visited by Okamuro, do not read this story. But bitch, we're reading it. So I'm going to read it on my phone. I might put like visuals. I don't know. Close your eyes if you want. Visualize for yourself. I might have some visuals. I might have something. So it's up to you, whatever you want to do. Okamuro is a Japanese ghost, but no one knows for sure what he looks like. They say the reason for this is that if you see Okamuro... Hello? Is that Okamuro? I swear to God. If you see him, you will die.
My ass can't.
Hello?
I won't die. I'll fucking be able to fuck up. He's in my world.
Okamuro appears to any person who hears his name. there's a possibility that he will come about a week or so after you hear about him, especially if you have forgotten about him in the meantime. He will suddenly appear outside your room and start pounding on the doors and windows with a sound. No one else can hear the knocking except the person who heard the story. When that happens, you need to keep your eyes tightly shut and keep chanting, Okamuro, 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 until he disappears. He might disappear after a few minutes, but sometimes it could take as much as a few hours. Whatever you do, don't open your eyes until he has disappeared. It is said that once you know about him, Okamuro will appear to you within a week. Once you have survived an encounter with Okamuro, he will not appear to you again. If you are a nervous person, please pay attention to the sound of knocking on your doors and windows over the next week. And then it also says there is one ancient Japanese book that contains an illustration of a ghost called
I'm not afraid of death.
It says
I
that
wanna
late at
die.
night, if you hear a noise outside
I'm
your
not
house
afraid
and you open
to
the front
die.
door, you will see a
Everyone
gigantic
has to die
disembodied
sometime.
head sitting there on your doorstep. You wanna know what's really weird? The fact that I was originally I was filming outside on the porch. Right outside. Where so I have all of my costumes over there. Oh my god, you guys. My stuff everywhere in this room, but I have racks of costumes over there. You know how when clothing, because it's pitch black in here except for my light on right there, and I also got my Halloween lights on behind me, but you know when your clothing looks like a human? I literally thought there was Samara Morgan standing there, a girl with her long black hair, but it's just my
Let's have another join.
dress. At least I think so. I don't know. If it comes and gets me, then great. If there's a spirit over there, like a ghost girl or something, if you want to come over, just don't stare at me from a distance. Come over here, please, and make sure my camera's rolling. Thank you. So, Okamuro, oh my god, are you guys gonna get affected because of me?
Imagine that.
Are you tired of spending hundreds on games?
Fuck off.
Introduce.
This next one is Kashima Riko. So I just made a TikTok about this. So I'm what in the, hello? Why do I even say hello? Obviously I know there's spirits here with me because I got haunted items. So why am I saying hello? I'm literally that person in a horror movie that's like hello when someone breaks into their house. It's just, if you guys could see from my point of view, it's pitch black. I can't see anything except for my viewfinder, and the light is so freaking blinding. Everything else is pitch black, but I see shadows and stuff. I see a shadow of Krampus, who is a goat demon, just standing there. He's standing right there. And then I got all these lights back here that I'm not using. I got my Spirit Halloween tower, and I got all these animatronics back there, and they just look like shapes. And then I got ghosts and everything. And then I got all my costumes way back there, and I got boxes, and I got all these props, all this stuff. And it just looks like different shapes, different ghosts. And then I'm hearing something over there, I can't even see, it's just shadows that I'm seeing, outlines, figures. Anyways, Kashima Reiko. I just made a TikTok about this girl, about this ghost. Oh my god. So, Kashima Reiko is a Japanese urban legend about the ghost of a woman with no legs. This reminds me of Teke Teke. I have a video about Teke Teke. Definitely check that out. Krampus, what the fuck are you doing? Oh my god. It's almost your season, don't worry. Okay, so this is the ghost of a woman with no legs who haunts school bathrooms. First of all, what is up with these spirits in school bathrooms? What the fuck is happening? Okay, I just want to say, spirits in this room with me, please come over here. Stop watching me from a distance. Please come on camera. Then I also got Veruca, my recent haunted doll and stuff. The Veruca investigation is going to begin in November. October's been like a crazy month for me, so I've just kind of like, I haven't been uploading as much as I wanted to this October. I knew I wasn't going to be uploading every single day. I just knew it'd be like, just not every single day. So, a huge warning. They say that after you hear the story of Kashima Reiko, she will appear to you within a month. And if you don't want to see her, then don't read this. Well, bitch, I don't want to see her, so like, where the fuck you at? One night, she was attacked by a group of men, and they left her for dead. She tried to call for help. Sorry, I kind of like memorized the story because I made a TikTok about it, but she tried to call for help, and my camera is almost dead. What is going on? She tried to call for help. Nobody heard her. She tried to look for help as she was crawling, and then she ended up on a railroad track, and she collapsed, and she was unconscious. A train then came, ran her over, cut her in half. She was severed from the waist, so she was cut in half. She had no legs. Like I said, she's the ghost with no legs. So ever since then, Kashima Reiko's vengeful ghost has wandered the world searching for her missing legs. She is mainly encountered in school bathrooms. Like, why school bathrooms? It's so random. But also may appear in childish, but I mean, threatening to kill, to slit your throat, violence. That's never okay to do a prank. And if this was a prank, it's very well orchestrated. The voice messages would even say, I know where you are, I know where you live, I'm going to kill you. Their phones would even turn off on their own, and their ringtones would change on their own. The stalker would even go on about how there would be a shooting at the daughter's school. The stalker knew when the kids would leave for school and when they even came home from school. And the stalker knew when the kids would be home alone and would send all these threats as well. So imagine you're going through all of that and then you're like, okay, you know what? We need to get a security system. What the heck? We need to catch this person, whoever the hell they are. So imagine you're installing a security system, but then you get a voicemail from the stalker telling you, oh, I know your security code. Like, this stalker was just too close. Like, it's a horror movie. I don't understand. Like, I mean, I've never been in a situation like that, so I can't really, speak from experience because I've never experienced something like that, and God forbid, I hope I don't. But when stuff like that is happening, it's like me filming a video right now, and then I get a text message, oh, I like your outfit, I like your It Chapter 2 hoodie, Brittany. Like, that would freak me out. Like, how do you see me, So, that's what the family was dealing with on the daily. This stalker knew what they were doing and would comment about it and leave a voicemail or send a text message about what they were doing. So you're all excited about getting a security system to finally catch this crazy, psychotic freak. And as soon as you install it, they know the security code and send a voicemail, oh, I know your security code. So one day, one of the other families, a girl, I don't know if I should give names. I might put names in text or whatever. The names of the families. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that, but one of the other families, a young female, she was slicing a lime, and then she instantly got a voicemail that said, I prefer lemons. Like, that's like when a stranger calls vibes. I would think this person was in my house. How do I not see you? How do you see what I'm doing but I don't see you? And obviously they're probably looking outside their windows, going out, or I don't know, they could be too scared to go outside. I mean, I don't blame them. But then nobody's there. It's just so bizarre. When the families would talk to the police, they would then receive warnings, voicemail warnings, telling them, do not talk to the cops, or this is gonna happen, or that's gonna happen, just threatening them. And then they would send recordings of the conversations between the police and the families. The stalker would be recording them and send it to them like, I'm listening, I'm around, don't do this. But many of these text messages and voicemails seem to be targeting 16-year-old Courtney, which is how this all started, with her claiming that her phone was sending her friends text messages that she wasn't writing herself and is sending. So, there are theories that the stalker was Courtney. There's theories that it was just this whole hoax, and it was just Courtney who wanted fame, like her 15 minutes of fame, wanted attention. And honestly, it makes sense. It sounds like an insider who has to know how to get into the house and how to, you know what I mean? Like, I don't believe, I mean, if it was an outsider stalker like A from Pretty Little Liars, who literally keeps tabs on the girls 24/7 and breaks into their homes and everything, that's a TV show, but literally that's what it's like. I think the families were just all confused, you know? Is it just some enemy that we have out there that we're not aware of? Is it an insider? Is it one of us who are just going along with it and pretending that they're getting phone calls and stuff, but really it's them who's sending it? That is so creepy. Like, that just gave me chills right there. I don't know what it is. I get creeped out over the weirdest things, but yeah, just imagine your entire family is going through this, and then it's your sibling this whole time, and they're acting all scared and having anxiety over it, but it's been them the whole time. I would just lose all trust. You couldn't trust somebody like that ever again. Putting your family through that with threats, and I just don't get it. Now, the family don't believe it was Courtney. They have no idea why she would be doing this, what her intentions are, what her motive would be. But they say when they actually took Courtney's phone away and the calls and the texts were still coming in. And she's only a 16-year-old girl. And guys, this is 2007. You know, so it's just technology is so different today. But what's interesting is, ever since the FBI got involved, that's when it all stopped. So all it took was the FBI to scare them off. And obviously they knew, because they were keeping tabs on each of these families the whole time, 24/7. They knew their every move. And as soon as the FBI got involved, like, are you stupid? Of course the FBI would get involved, especially if it kept going on and on. But that's when it all stopped. I mean, that's great. I'm glad they completely vanished, but, you know, what was the point of that? Let me know your thoughts down below. What would you do in a situation like that?
Find the person and stab the cunt.
Involved at some point when it just gets so out of hand.
I never killed someone, but I bet it feels good.
Great. Like, I'm not saying that's not great, but it's like, I want some closure.
Killing people. I could be wrong. I bet it feels good killing people. Find the stalker and torture his bitch ass, then kill the cunt. Cut open his throat and watch the blood drip down from his throat, or hers throat. Simple fucking enough, dude.
Hey guys, it's Brittany, and welcome back to Brittyween 2021. Now today's video, we are getting into, tonight's video, what time is it? It's 1:06 a.m. Oh my god, it's kind of early today. Usually it's like 3 a.m.
So yeah, simple enough. That's what I would do.
If you don't want to
Find the cunt,
if you don't want to be
slit his throat, and watch him bleed out.
If you don't want to lose your hair, don't do what I'm about to do.
I never killed someone, but
Lady Spades, Queen of
I
Spades,
bet you it feels good.
I don't know what I am today.
I could
This
be
is a
wrong,
paranormal ritual that you should never play,
but
as they
yeah.
say. Now, I have played the Queen of Spades before, a long time ago, like years ago. Definitely watch that video if you haven't seen it. But I recently came across a different version, an updated version from 2021. So
Let's pause it. Head home. Fight me. Get up. Come on. Get up. Come on. Hit me.
You're gonna take a serious beating.
Shit. Pick up my glasses. Head home. Sit. Head to bed. Wake up morning. Oh fucking course. Someone fucking stole my car.
Stay out of my fucking way!
Piece of shit. Move. You haven't paid your bill, your rent bill for a while, so I'm taking this house back.
What the hell?
I'm sorry, but you haven't paid the rent or electricity. So this house belongs to me now, and I'm gonna sell it to someone else who can pay for it. So it's your fault you're homeless. Get the fuck out of the property now. Whatever. I could crash at my friend's house for a while. Yeah, let's go to my friend's house, dude. My friend with up here in the projects. The hood is down there. The projects is up here. My friend lives by himself. He's 17 years old and he dropped out of high school camp. So, yeah. Hey, how can I help you? Yeah, hey, I'm looking for... What's my friend's name? Fuck. Dion. Oh, okay, I will buy some fuel. I'll put him on the other line. Cool, thanks. See ya. Oh, hey Michael. Hey, can I crash here for tonight? Like for a couple of nights? Because I got kicked out of my fucking crib, like, my buddy. My buddy Wentworth kicked me out because I didn't pay rent or pay the power bill. Sure, come on in. Thanks, bro. Let's head in. Hey, bro. Hey. I'll show you around. Got it. This is the computer area, lounge room, kitchen, dinner table, balcony out there, cupboard here, bathroom. Cool. This will be your bedroom. And this is my bedroom. Fair enough. Well, good night, bro. Good night. 5 in the morning. Let's head out and head to school.
Hey Matt, this is Lisa.
So it says, this is another way to do the ritual that involves playing cards. That's what I used last time, like years ago. Instead of drawing a door and a staircase on your mirror, you will need the Queen of Spades from a deck of cards. Then you have to tear out that particular card while facing a mirror. What? I gotta watch my original video. Repeat that what? And then
I hate dogs.
Yeah, so it says, you might hear laughter,
And
whispers, or
cats.
even
I hate
footsteps.
fucking dogs
And the
and
Queen
cats,
saying, I will
dude.
take you all with me. Do not attempt this game. I'm gonna look up my ritual. Well, when I played it, Queen of Spades ritual. 5 years ago? Oh my god.
Huh.
I didn't know it was that long ago. I was thinking like 2 years ago. It was 5 years ago. I was dressed as Wonder Woman. Okay.
This is not a heart. It's an extra chance to defeat the final boss.
Okay, so I just watched that video, my video. Oh my god, super cringe. 5 years ago, I can't believe that. So yeah, I played a totally different version. So I guess I'm gonna play the new version for this game because yeah, I've already done the old one. So it was 5 years ago. Like I can't get over that. I'm gonna wish for unlimited Halloween candy since it is Halloween. Just something simple because I have everything that I want. All right, so it is filming.
I will wish for fame and fortune and bitches.
Red lights on because it just makes it creepier.
Yeah,
Okay,
buddy,
so
fame and fortune and
Ruka
fucking
here. This is
bitches.
so creepy. Oh no, that's me.
I
Alright,
would
so
wish for a
let's
cunt.
begin. I'm going to draw. I'm just gonna copy a picture I
I
see.
wish for fame and fortune
Door.
and bitches. Yeah, buddy.
This is gonna be good. The door
Man.
with the staircase.
Going right. I never shot someone before.
I'll insert the picture too for you guys to see.
Fame and fortune and fucking
Does it even
bitches.
show up? I hope it's. Oh, maybe you might see it actually when I light the candle. Okay. Hold on. So I'm about to. Let me just see. Make it show up a bit more. Oh! Kind of messy. This red lipstick I have is almost done. Need to get some more. Okay. Well, that's what it looks like. I don't know if you guys can see. So now I'm going to light the candle, say her name 3 times, then while holding the candle, say your wish out loud, and then blow the candle out. Lady Spades, Lady Spades, Lady Spades. I wish for unlimited Halloween candy. like, I just kind of had to look at the instructions again to make sure. Yeah, 3 times you say her name. You know what? I got 4 red candles right here. Hold on, let's do it again. So I'm gonna light these. Everything's red. So I got 4 red candles right there. And then this candle, this is also red. And this is the one I make my wish on. Do you even see my candles? Hold on, let me lower. Do you even, no, I don't think you do. There we go. Ugh. Okay, yeah, you do actually see it.